You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
Look at the stars. The great kings of the past look down on us from those stars. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you.
I don't think it is very useful to speculate on what God might or might not be able to do. Rather, we should examine what he actually does with the universe we live in.
We are all explorers, driven to know what's over the horizon. The most profound discoveries are not necessarily beyond that next star. They're within us, woven into the threads that bind us.
Hello, beautiful people. Happy Friday, happy Venus Day, and happy Mother's Day weekend to all of the mamas out there and the grandmothers and the people who are playing the role of mom, shaping the future generation. We are grateful to you. So in this episode, in this live stream, we're going to talk through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That means if you're finding this video maybe on Saturday or Sunday, you don't want to watch through Friday or Saturday, I'm going to add markers down in the description and on the timeline so you can just jump to whatever part of the forecast you are seeking guidance for. Let's start, as we always start, though, with some notable birthdays. Some very prominent Tauruses are celebrating their solar returns this May 6th. George Clooney has a birthday today. Very Taurus. He's very grounded, very stable, kind of stubborn a little bit, you know, not wanting to get married for so long. Also, Sigmund Freud would have been celebrating a birthday today. Chris Paul celebrates a birthday today. Go Suns. We're Suns fans in this household, only because living in Sacramento is pretty disappointing as a Kings fan. Orson Welles would have celebrated a birthday today. And, oh gosh, I'm going to butcher his name, but another NBA player, Goran Dragic, I don't know. My partner would know how to pronounce that. Me, not so much. Also, Meek Mill has a birthday today, May 7th. J Balvin celebrates a birthday, again with the pronunciation, I apologize. Not many May 7th birthdays, and then we'll just see Mother's Day, who's celebrating their solar return. Enrique Iglesias is a Taurus. Harry Truman would have celebrated a birthday. David Attenborough. So some interesting, Olivia Culpo has a birthday on Sunday. Some interesting Tauruses celebrating their solar returns, and happy birthday to you if you are a Taurus or if someone you know is a Taurus. Let us know in the comments so we can celebrate them as well. So before I dive into the forecast, I'm just going to give you a little tidbit of advice just by looking at the transits. If there's a chance that you could celebrate Mother's Day on Saturday, even today, instead of Sunday, that might be beneficial for you. Just saying, you'll find out why as we go through Sunday's forecast, but Saturday would make a great day to celebrate Mother's Day. Let's start with what's going on today, though. So May 6th, this Friday, the moon is in Cancer, and that is the energy we are feeling most right now, the Cancer moon. So the moon is now at 20 degrees in Cancer, and it's making several different connections today. Starting this afternoon, 1 p.m. Pacific time, the moon forms a sextile to the north node. So the moon over here in Cancer is forming this nice 60-degree angle to the north node in Taurus. Now, in general, when the moon is in Cancer, we are more emotional. We're more tapped into our emotions, I should say, and we really want nourishment and safety. This is why food feels especially nourishing under a Cancer moon. Working from our couch, being around people who make us feel safe, especially important under the Cancer moon. That's why it'd be great if you're celebrating mom maybe today or tomorrow while the moon is still in Cancer. We can tap into our intuition more easily right now. As I've been saying over the past couple days, the moon in Cancer is really asking us to slow down and listen to our body. This is a nice almost restful period or calm period emotionally, before in the middle of eclipse season, as we're integrating a lot of these shifts and changes that have happened, especially on this Friday. The only thing we're really potently experiencing is this Cancer moon making a lot of positive connections. So this is a really nice time to return to our own emotions. So when the moon forms a sextile to the North Node this afternoon, whatever emotions we're feeling are supporting our direction, are supporting the path we're going. So this is really a time to try to quiet the mind and listen to what the body wants this afternoon. Doing so could help you, again, listen to your intuition, receive some insights about the direction you're supposed to be heading, the energy you're supposed to be embodying in this lifetime. Just in general, this afternoon, the emotions that come up are supporting our purpose, are supporting our direction. Although we do have to do a little bit of emotional work to make sure that we are listening to our intuition, right? Like the key to using the Cancer moon is quieting the mind so we can hear the body. Tonight, 5 p.m. Pacific time, the moon forms a harmonious trine to Neptune. This is a very flowy, imaginative energy. It's actually inviting us to dive into our subconscious in a lot of ways. Yes, we've been listening to the body, we've been hearing our emotions, but when Neptune harmonizes with the moon, it could bring through emotions that have been kind of hiding within in our subconscious. So this can be another moment where insights can come through. Our imagination is also heightened, our creativity is heightened on Friday night. But when the moon and Neptune connect in this way, our sensitivities are wide open. And I've been thinking a lot about the moon and Cancer in general. And because Cancer is a cardinal sign, yes, we're more emotional when the moon is in Cancer, but we kind of set the tone for our own emotions. So we have influence when the moon is in Cancer over other people's emotions, if that makes sense. We are more set in our emotional state. Now, Neptune has a very Pisces energy to it, right? Because it rules Pisces. And so tonight, Friday night, when the moon harmonizes with Neptune, it's going to open up those sensitivities, very Piscean energy. And that's why we're more imaginative and creative, but we're also more energetically sensitive on Friday night. So we are more receptive to other people's emotions and energy, which, although this is a really positive connection, really allowing us to flow and be creative and like almost a little fanciful, I see. Also, we want to be aware of taking on other people's emotions as our own. We're going to be more empathic, especially because at the same time, if we look at the chart here, jump ahead a few hours right now. If we look at the chart here, when the moon is forming a trine to Neptune, you see it there, right? It's also making this uncomfortable angle to Saturn, an imbalanced angle to Saturn that we call a quincunx. And this isn't a major aspect, but the reason I bring this up is because tonight, as our emotions are like wide open and we're more sensitive, it's going to be more difficult to ground ourselves and act from a place of maturity and align with patience and responsibility. We could just be like, we want to be free, and just, it's very flowy and imaginative. So just beware of getting lost too far down a rabbit hole or too enmeshed in someone else's emotions. Could be hard to set boundaries, I see, with the moon not in this balanced connection to Saturn, the planet of boundaries. Really be intentional about your energy, who you're allowing in, who you're influencing on Friday night. Now, at the same time, we talked about this transit a lot yesterday. Mercury is forming a sextile to Venus, and that sextile was exact last night, so we're experiencing the energy throughout Friday as well. We've talked a lot about the body and the emotions with the moon in Cancer. Mercury in Gemini rules our mental state, and Mercury is now in its shadow period because Mercury stations retrograde on May 10th, something we'll talk a lot about next week. And our thoughts could feel a little bit scattered or all over the place with Mercury and Gemini, kind of like squirrel, like we want to go here, we want to go there, we want to learn this, we want to do that. It's very busy energy. And with Mercury forming a sextile to Venus today as well, Venus is in Aries. We could be more inclined to just like follow a passion really quickly, or if something is lighting us up or exciting us, we're going to boldly go in that direction, or we're going to be more passionate in our desires. We will be more likely to think pleasurable thoughts, think good thoughts, which is really nice. So there is this energy in the background. Although we're really tapped into our body and our intuition, our mental state really wants to grab things that are exciting to us and kind of bold. We might even express ourselves in a more bold or fiery way with Mercury forming this sextile to Venus. And also in the background, we have Jupiter and Pluto supporting one another. Again, we talked about this earlier in the week, but it's just amplifying the overall transformation we're going through right now, as Pluto just stationed retrograde and we're in the middle of eclipse season. And then something we'll talk about that we're starting to feel the energy of is the sun forming a sextile to Mars. So that's a great point to take us into Saturday and see what is going on. Hello, beauty. Your mama is a Cancer. We love a mother Cancer energy, and that's one of the reasons I say, like, it would be good to celebrate Mother's Day under the Cancer moon. The Leo moon is still a beautiful time to celebrate Mother's Day, and there are more reasons than that I'll get into when we talk about Sunday. But we love a Cancer mother. Cancer is the sign of the mother. It's a beautiful energy. Happy Friday. Yes, get excited for Saturday in particular, because the energy on Saturday is, it is so nice. Hello to you. All right, so she will be out and about on Sunday. So yes, Saturday I will be sure to celebrate her. Perfect. Yeah, and if you're not living in the same place as your mom either, I would invite you again to maybe do like the FaceTime call or the Zoom or whatever you're going to do with her on Saturday. And let's talk about why. So, jumping into the Saturday chart, let's fast forward here. All right. On Saturday, May 7th, the sun in Taurus is forming a nice sextile to Mars, 60-degree angle to Mars. So we're starting to feel this energy right now. And I really love this transit, and I'll tell you why. This is exact at like 2:45 in the morning. So again, we're feeling it today, we're feeling it tomorrow. It's kind of the transit that's dominating the energy of the weekend. It's the only major planetary connection we're talking about. When the sun is in Taurus, you might be feeling this energy in Taurus season, like we're getting grounded, we're like digging our heels in, we're getting determined. Whatever was sparked during Aries season, maybe new ideas, new passion projects, it's like we're really solidifying those things during Taurus season. And it gives us a general energy of being grounded right now, even in eclipse season. I know there's a lot of other things going on. The sun is conjunct Uranus, all these other things that are making us feel a little wacky, but the overall energy right now is stable and grounded, which we love, or at least I love as an earth sign. Now, if you take a look at the chart here, here's the sun. Where's Taurus? Over here. Sun in Taurus, still very close to Uranus and coming into a conjunction with the North Node, which we'll talk about next week. And Mars is at 16 degrees in Pisces. Now, Mars in Pisces is a very interesting energy because it's really inviting us to go with the flow. We are more tapped into our intuition, emotions, psychic abilities while we're taking action. And that's a really nice place to be, if you ask me. So with the moon, or with the sun, and Mars forming this sextile, what does that mean for us? Well, in general, when the sun and Mars are supporting each other like this, we have more energy, we have more vitality, we are determined to go towards our goals, and we have that energy to do it. But at the same time, with Mars and Pisces, it's like it'll come more easily. Our actions will flow more easily. It's like whatever feels natural and intuitive is what we should follow under this aspect. We can still go with the flow while keeping our feet planted in the earth with the sun in Taurus. Now, this aspect does ask a little bit of us. Remember, when we have a sextile, a 60-degree angle, we do have to put a little bit of work in to gain the full benefits of it. This aspect wants us to assert ourselves, to be intentional about where we are directing our energy. Now, Mars in Pisces, as much as I'm like, oh, this is a sweet energy, just go with the flow, follow your intuition, it can feel a little confusing about the actions we should be taking, right? Especially if we're not as tapped into our intuition or we don't have a clear plan already. It can kind of feel like, okay, my energy wants to go here, but is this really beneficial? So the Sun in Taurus connecting with Mars in Pisces this way can bring us a little bit more confidence and reassurance. And it asks us to really be intentional about where we're directing all of that creative energy with Mars and Pisces. We'll also be more willing to stand up for others who are on our team. We're going to be more direct with our actions and with our expression with the Sun and Sextile and the Sun and Mars connecting in this way. I will say, this is a complete aside, I'm very tuned into the Mercury transits as someone ruled by Mercury. Virgo's my rising sign. And man, doing this live stream, I get very aware of where Mercury is based on how I'm communicating. Like, I feel like I'm like all over the place. Even right now, I'm like, let me stop in the middle of what I'm saying to tell you something else. That's Mercury and Gemini, you guys. So anyway, Sun forming a sextile to Mars, great transit. We love it. Also, it's going to give us more physical vitality and stamina. So this would be a great weekend for projects that involve physicality, maybe yard work. I don't know why I just thought of building furniture, but if you need to build some furniture, it'd be a great weekend to do it. Or any creative projects that involve, physical activity. I will say this can give us an abundance of energy, which with the moon moving into Leo on Saturday too, if you're feeling too high energy or like you have too much within your body, exercise is a great way to use this transit. Just anything that requires physical strength, physical stamina is green light. A-okay, go that way this weekend. Also, our sex drive gets a boost when the Sun in Taurus, a very sensual energy, connects with Mars in Pisces, a very physical, creative energy. Just saying. Great weekend for that. I feel like I've been saying that a lot lately. Hello. All right. So what's going on with the moon on Saturday? We know in the background we have the Sun and Mars forming this nice supportive angle, giving us ample energy to work with, just confidence. If this transit was one word, it would be confidence. We have more confidence on Saturday. The moon stays in Cancer in the early morning hours, and the moon is going to oppose Pluto at 1 a.m. Pacific time on Saturday. So if you are burning the midnight oil on Friday night, you might experience this transit Friday night rather than Saturday morning. When the moon opposes Pluto, it's really forcing us to face fears, to face darkness, to face shadows. Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth and of our shadows. So if you're still awake late Friday night, it could bring some mood swings, some power struggles. It could bring internal power struggles, if you will, or kind of, like I said, facing our darkest emotions, facing our darkest fears, allowing those fears to surface. An opposition is like a make or break transit. We're seeing something directly in front of us. It's like the energy is mirroring us. So with the moon in Cancer, all about our own emotions, our own body, opposing Pluto in Capricorn, it's really showing us like what patterns, what structures are not serving us, or maybe what's been hiding within our own patterning that we've been refusing to acknowledge. If you do find yourself in a bit of a battle late Friday night, sleeping it off is not a bad idea. Also pay attention to your dreams on Friday night into Saturday, because if they're dark in nature, they could be revealing something subconsciously that you're not willing to face consciously in your waking life. But I would say if tempers are rising or things are getting a little bit overly emotional, or even if you're just feeling crabby in some way late Friday night, just go to bed. Just go to bed. At 3 a.m. Pacific time, so some people might be experiencing this energy on the East Coast right when they wake up Saturday morning, or early in the morning, depending on where you live, the moon forms a trine to Jupiter, quite possibly the best moon transit. The moon in Cancer is harmonizing with Jupiter in the water sign of Pisces. This is very creative, very flowy, again, with both of these planets in water signs. And Jupiter brings abundance to whatever transit it's part of. So if you're still sleeping, your dreams could be kind of like wild or over the top with the moon and Jupiter connecting in this way, especially with Jupiter in Pisces, the planet of dreams. You might have some really wild adventures in your dreams on Saturday morning. But you could also find yourself waking up very early on Saturday morning with like this boost of energy and optimism and a lot of creative energy to work with. Emotions can flow through very easily, but they will likely be positive emotions because of Jupiter, the planet of optimism, connecting with the moon in this way. So if you find yourself waking up at the crack of dawn or even before so on Saturday morning and you're like, I feel good right now, like I am optimistic, I want to just like get up and do things and create and allow these emotions to come up in a really beautiful way, we can thank Jupiter, the great benefic, for its influence on Saturday morning. Then at about 5 a.m., just before 5 a.m. Pacific time, the moon enters Leo, and the moon is coming into its first quarter phase. Remember, last weekend we had the new moon, the solar eclipse in Taurus. Now a week later, we're getting to the moon phase, inviting us to take action. So for the past week, as the new moon became a waxing crescent moon and started to illuminate more and more every night, this was our planning and preparing phase, really taking in information, gathering new insights, coming up with new ideas. Maybe we set an intention or had a powerful realization under that solar eclipse. And this week was a time to just kind of reflect on that and gather more information so we can start taking action on it under this first quarter moon in Leo on Sunday. Now, the moon's connections on Saturday are very beautiful. And this is why I say celebrate mom on Saturday. It's going to be a lot easier. So the moon in Leo in general over the weekend makes us a little more bold and fiery. We have more of a magnetic energy. We're really drawn to and nurtured by fun, pleasure, passion under the Leo moon. Our energy is much more external than it was under the Cancer moon. We're maybe more likely to go do fun activities or do things, be around people that bring out our truest, most authentic expression. Leo energy is all about expressing ourselves in a true way. Now, expect to feel more magnetic. Expect other people to be drawn to your energy under the Leo moon, especially if you lean into this and the Leo moon is making favorable connections to your planets. Like, you're just a magnet under the Leo moon. At 1 p.m. on Saturday, the moon and Mercury form a sextile. Again, we love this. When the moon and Mercury connect in this way, we can express ourselves verbally with ease and authenticity. So journaling or speaking, especially speaking with Mercury and Gemini, I think, will feel much more easy. And communication is backed by our emotion. They're working hand in hand. So we do have to be willing, again, with a sextile, to put ourselves out there a little bit, maybe to start the conversation or be open to the conversation. But once we do, our words and our emotions, it's like they've got each other's back, and we can have honest conversations. We can come from a place of authenticity. And I see these conversations being lighter in nature. Like, this isn't intense heart to hearts. I see this as like you telling mom or grandma or a family member like how much they mean to you, and it just being like this little lovely conversation that you're having or sharing what you've been learning. Mercury and Gemini is very curious. So I see this being more like surface level conversations about like what's been going on in your life. What are you excited about right now? Asking those questions. I've seen on, Instagram and memes and things like that, people putting out prompts, like things to ask family members about other than when are you having kids? When are you getting married? Like all the standard things that sometimes we don't enjoy when we go to family gatherings. I see the moon and Mercury forming this sextile, just like lighten up the conversation. Ask people what's going on in their lives that they're enjoying right now. What's something they feel proud of right now? The Leo moon wants us to feel prideful. So ask people what they're proud of. Ask people what they're passionate about. Ask people what they're excited about. And you could be surprised by how wonderful that conversation goes, how lovely it ends up being. expect bold and fearless communication as well. So this can encourage you to be bold and fearless. Sometimes it feels awkward to ask those questions, right? It's easier to just kind of fall back into what's expected of us, our comfort zone. But be the one at a family gathering or on the phone with your family members to ask questions that are a little bit out of the ordinary. Get curious with Mercury and Gemini about what's going on in your family members' day-to-day lives. Like really come to the table with your own curiosity. Now, here's the transit that I feel like makes Saturday afternoon such a lovely day to celebrate mom, be around your close family members. The moon is forming a trine to Venus. The Leo moon has this almost Venetian energy about it anyway. Venusian. Anyway, I digress. The moon in Leo wants us to be passionate, wants us to be bold. Venus in Aries wants the same thing. And when these two planets harmonize, it's like, hello passion, hello fearlessness, and like unbridled love is what I see. This is like a magical mashup of energy, really allowing us to lean into pleasure and joy with ease. I mean, I keep saying this, but this could be a great time for like literal pleasure, right? On Saturday afternoon, or sparks could fly and new encounters. You never know. You could be out to lunch or dinner with mom and the waiter could be like, a love connection? Who knows? Who knows? The sun is still very close to Uranus. Surprises are around every corner. Bold declarations of love are also possible. When the moon harmonizes with Venus in this way, it'll be very easy because remember, these two transits, like look at the chart here. These two transits are happening right back to back. I mean, very, very closely to one another. So jump ahead here. Venus is at 5 degrees in Aries. The moon will be at 5 degrees in Leo. And when the moon is at 4 degrees in Leo, it connects with Mercury. So our afternoon is really dominated by these lovely connections between the Leo moon, Mercury in Gemini, and Venus in Aries, allowing us to express our love fearlessly, boldly, be proud about how we feel about our mom, about our family members, about the people we're around, about our friends. Be the one to like be a little over the top. Leos are the hype people of the zodiac. And with the moon in Leo, we can all lean into that inner hype man or hype woman, you know, like, yes, Court, I love that you just said this. I had an idea to write my mom a letter and share it online. Very Leo, but like gotta celebrate her from afar. Yes. Saturday afternoon is the energy. Even if you just like draft it up on Saturday afternoon and post it on Sunday, like those loving words, that loving energy is going to come so much more easily. And it's like pride, right? Like being proud of your mom. We all had issues. Like, I don't think there's anyone on planet Earth who was not like traumatized or triggered by some way by their parents, right? If you weren't, like, tell me your secrets so I can be a good mother one day or just not traumatize my own kids. But also celebrate what the gift that your mother gave you this weekend. Like be proud of your own history, even if it's not perfect. It's okay to be proud of the person who brought you into this world or the person who shaped you into who you are today. Aw, full chills. Yes. Yeah, and also, like, I need to see Mama Burns. I'm assuming that's her last name. Maybe it's not. But, like, I feel like I know your life and I don't know your family, Court. So I don't know if that resonated with you at all. But, yeah, we want to know you. We want to know you. And we want to hype each other up under the Leo moon. Hype your mom up on Saturday afternoon. It's funny because I wrote, it could be difficult to hold back our true feelings under this aspect between the moon and Mercury and Venus. Very fiery. It's like Mercury is fanning the flames in an air sign of this fiery trine between the moon and Venus. So it's like bold declarations are definitely on the menu on Saturday afternoon. Great day for love. Be bold, put yourself out there, hype each other up. Great energy. Very fun energy too. Like we can be playful about our love for other people too. It doesn't have to be so serious all the time. And that's what Mercury and Gemini and the Leo moon remind us of. Like have fun with expressing your love, expressing your appreciation for other people. It doesn't have to be like, my mother, the giver of my life. Like sometimes we see these Mother's Day posts and they're so serious. Like, just have fun with your mom a little bit. She is a Waddington. Ooh, a little more shy than me, but she is about to be seen. Yes, let mama be seen. Yes, yes, yes. All right, let's move into what's going on Sunday. We have the first quarter moon in Leo on Sunday. As we were talking about, this is a time to start taking action. We had the ideas come through, maybe some insights with this Sun-Uranus connection this week. Now is the time to put those ideas, put those seeds that you planted under the solar eclipse into action. The Leo moon gives us that fearlessness and that pride to do so. So it could even feel bold, whatever action you're taking this weekend or on Sunday, aside from Mother's Day. Now, here's why I say Saturday would be a better day to celebrate mom than Sunday. If you celebrate mom on Sunday, that's okay. It's all good. Everything's fine. But there are some things you might want to know about. And I'm glad you're here to learn. So we're more bold, we're a little more fiery with the moon in Leo. At 9 a.m. on Sunday, the moon squares Uranus. We've been talking a lot about Uranus, the planet of disruption, the planet of change. Now, when the moon and Uranus come into this tense 90-degree angle like this, it can make us a little bit impulsive. Emotional outbursts are definitely possible, especially because something we didn't touch on about the Leo moon is that Leo tends to bring out our inner child. So it can feel like when the moon in Leo squares off to Uranus and Taurus this way, if we're not getting our way, if things are not going according to plan, we could be a little tantrumy. Our inner toddler could come out to play. Now, I say that especially not just because the moon is squaring Uranus. Hold on, we need to paint a picture of what's going on here. Let's jump ahead a day. One day, here we go. Okay, so the moon in Leo over here, squaring Uranus and Taurus, that harsh 90-degree angle marked by that red line right there, right? Now look at what's going on with Chiron, also at the same degree, forming a trine to the moon. Our pain is coming up, our trauma is flowing through very easily, very effortlessly. Now, that's not a bad thing necessarily, but it's not exactly ideal when we're going to be around our family. Especially because being around family, being around the people who might have caused that trauma unknowingly, we don't have to hold grudges, we just have to acknowledge that sometimes that happens. Being around family can bring up old pain, right? Can make us kind of feel like we're falling back into a past version of ourselves. And with Uranus squaring the moon, outbursts, definitely possible. Mood swings, definitely possible. We just are going to want to be really mindful on Sunday morning. This could even be like if you're getting ready to go to brunch with your mom or call your mom or something on Sunday morning, that you feel all of that old pain or trauma surface while you're about to do this. Like family functions, even if you're not celebrating mom this weekend, I really do want to hold space for anyone who has lost their mom or has a difficult relationship with their mom, or maybe never knew their mom. I do want to be mindful that not everybody has this picture perfect situation that so many of us see on social media, and that could bring up wounding and triggers for you on Sunday as well. So if you feel like you're going from high highs to low lows, or the mood is swinging, or it's just disrupting your energy in general, the Leo moon wants us to have fun and wants us to be playful, but Uranus and Taurus kind of screw things up, So just be graceful to yourself. Witness your emotions as they come up. If things are being triggered, this can be a really beautiful learning opportunity. The moon squaring Uranus can force breakthroughs as well, but in order to have those breakthroughs, often we have to really acknowledge what we're experiencing, what we're feeling. And I think this is an important reminder as well to acknowledge that we're all experiencing this energy on Sunday. So if you're like, I don't know what's going on, I feel fine, but the people around you are a little bit more triggered or reactive or kind of going from one mood to another, we want to be graceful with them because they might be experiencing pain, trauma as well. Even like if it feels like your mom isn't in a great mood on Sunday, she could be experiencing some past pain or wounding around the holiday, or just, sometimes when the moon squares Uranus, we don't even know why. We're kind of in a disruptive mood. So brace yourself, prepare for that. At 3 p.m. on Sunday, the moon makes an inconjunct angle to Mars. So it's not aligning with Mars in any way. And this could make us feel like we're losing steam a little bit on Sunday afternoon, especially if you live on the East Coast. This will be like 6 p.m. for you. It could feel like, okay, all that energy we had on Saturday, we are feeling the vitality, the stamina, the drive. Where did that go on Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening? It's just going to be a little bit more difficult to align with that energy and use that energy right now. And the Leo moon wants us to play and kind of keep going, right? But Mars in Pisces is going to be like, nope, it's time to slow down. It's time to sleep, and just give yourself some time. It'll be harder even to tap into that creative energy on Sunday afternoon. And then Sunday evening, 5 p.m. Pacific time, is when the moon squares the sun. This marks that first quarter moon phase. And when the moon and sun square each other, it's like our emotions are conflicting with our expression. And this can make us feel like we want to keep the fun going. We want to feel good and lean into that passionate energy under the Leo moon. It's like, again, that childlike energy. Kids, they just want to keep going, keep having fun, and then they end up crashing. That could feel like what's going on Sunday evening. And so the Taurus sun is like, whoa, slow down. We need some stability here. We need some rest. We need to really pay attention to our physical needs. And the moon in Leo is like, physical needs? What? Like, we have all the stamina. We have all the fire. So this could manifest as like unease, anxiety, stress, just like emotionally wanting to keep going and get things done, but physically needing to slow down and find that stable ground, find that stability and that rest before the new week. Now you see why Sunday, not the best energy to be going out and about with mom. If that's on the agenda, it's all good. You're fine. Just know that maybe you're going to want to wrap things up a little bit earlier in the day, or have an out time so you can go back home and find that nice relaxation, find that rest, or make sure that maybe you're celebrating with mom in her home, or you're hosting her, something like that, so you can kind of slow down when you need to slow down on Sunday afternoon. And just overall on Sunday, give people grace, give yourself some grace. If you're seeing all these pictures of moms on social media and that's triggering for you, check out of social media for the day, or just know that people's stories are so much more than the pictures they post and the words they write on the internet. And you're not alone if you're experiencing difficult emotions around Mother's Day, or confusion, like not even being sure why you feel the way you feel on Sunday. That's okay. It's all okay. All right. Let's do a little just general wrap up of the weekend, and then we're going to do our 3-card pull. So as an overview, Friday is all about the Cancer moon, really checking into our body, giving ourselves the nourishment, the comfort we need, finding safety within ourselves before our energy becomes very external over the weekend. So today is a nice time to just feel your feels, get in tune with your intuition and your emotions. On Saturday, the Sun and Mars form a sextile. This feels like a burst of energy. This feels like vitality and stamina, very physically focused. We can get projects done. We'll feel confident in our abilities, and we'll be more willing to just put ourselves out there and be bold under this transit. The moon also moves into Leo on Saturday, enhancing that bold, confident energy. And the moon connects with Mercury and Venus in these really nice positive connections on Saturday afternoon, helping us express our passion, hype other people up, share our love with others with ease. This is a great time to express your appreciation for the people you love, for the people that light you up, and share your passions with other people. Get curious about what's going on in their lives. It's just a really great time to be around others and to share yourself authentically and hold space for other people to do the same. On Sunday, we mark the first quarter moon in Leo. And this first quarter moon comes with a bit of tension. So as much vitality and passion as we felt on Saturday, we could start to experience some emotional disruption on Sunday as the moon squares off to Uranus and also connects with Chiron. Mother's Day could bring up triggers or mood swings for either you or the people around you. Really just give yourself a lot of grace and witness the emotions that are coming up for yourself and for others, and understand that although the Leo moon always wants us to be hyping other people up and be high energy, sometimes the best thing we can do to hold space for other people or to make other people feel good is to just let them feel what they're feeling. The moon makes an uncomfortable connection to Mars on Sunday afternoon, and it could feel like the energy is dwindling at this point, 3 p.m. Pacific time. The moon then squares the sun at 5 p.m. So this could feel like emotionally wanting to keep connecting, wanting to keep the party going, wanting to keep having fun, but physically like knowing you need to slow down and get some rest, and maybe even feeling some tension or anxiety about the week ahead and wanting to feel prepared for it, but also wanting to cling on to the energy of the fun weekend that you just had. Okay? Now let's do our Friday 3-card pull. I have a Scorpio mama, Taurus grandma as well. You know what's so wild, Bailey? My grandma, I believe, is a Gemini. She's a summer solstice baby, so I still haven't done her full chart. Very Gemini energy, though. And my mom is a Sagittarius, so they are opposite on the zodiac wheel, and your mom and your grandma are opposites on the zodiac, too. And it's funny, I don't know if this is true for you, but my North Node is in Gemini, my North Node is in Sagittarius, and my South Node is in Gemini, the signs of my mother and grandmother. And it always feels really resonant when I think about it that way, when I think about how it's very comfortable for me to sort of be more in my grandmother's energy and very uncomfortable for me to be in my mom's energy, but that's kind of what I'm supposed to embody more in this lifetime. And that's why me and my grandma just kind of like click and get each other, you know? I don't know if that resonates for you, but I think it's really cool when our mom and our grandma have opposite signs like that. It's like two sides of the same coin. You know what I mean? Happy Mother's Day to both of them. Also kind of intense signs for mom and grandma, but we love that. We love that here. Okay, I'm going to shuffle up. Let me know if you're watching what sign your mom is, what sign your grandma is. And also know, this just came up for me, Bailey, looking at your comment. All this Leo energy is kind of, it's in a fixed sign. And we have some tense energy with the Leo moon on Sunday, and fixed signs are going to feel that more. Scorpio and Taurus are also fixed signs. So if your mom or grandma aren't feeling like 100%, just know that there's space for that. And it's kind of nice to know what the energy is like. And know that your love, your hype under the Leo moon can really help them. Of course, that's all moms really want, right? Is to hear from their kids, to spend time with their kids. All right, let's do our 3-card pull. This is your time if you are looking for guidance. Ask your question of God, Spirit, the universe, Goddess, whatever you want to call the powers that be. What do we need to know? Okay, our first card is the 2 of Cups in reverse. Then we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. And then we have the Hierophant in not reverse, regular. Okay. Let's start with the 2 of Cups. What does it mean? This is our Friday card. And here it is. We have a man and a woman holding cups in reverse. On Friday, a new creative, hold on. On Friday, you may be out of sync with a loved one or close friend and need to reestablish a common ground for the relationship to continue harmoniously. You may be projecting personal issues onto this person without realizing it. That's our Friday message. Think with the moon in Cancer, it's going to be really important to tap into your own emotions and your own intuition. And what did we say about the Cancer moon? We can influence other people's emotions under the Cancer moon. It's very nurturing, but it's because we can make other people feel a certain way. So when it says you may be projecting personal issues onto somebody close to you without realizing it, this is your message. Check in with yourself. How do you really feel, and how is that affecting the people around you? I think that's an important message. Then for our Saturday card, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. A new creative project is calling, but you're not ready to heed the call or go public with your creative pursuits. You're experiencing a flood of emotion, but you're keeping it contained or hidden from others. Okay, I think this is, ahead of that first quarter moon on Sunday. It's like we're kind of checking in with ourselves. Like, do we want to move forward? What do we want to take action on? Where is our energy being directed? That's kind of what I see with this Ace of Cups in reverse. The upright version of it is that you're filled with happiness, joy, and bliss. Creative opportunities are abundant. There may be new love, friendships, or even art projects available to you now. So the flip side of this is that we have so much vitality and stamina to work with on Sunday. I think this is just asking us to get really clear on how we want to use all of that abundant, beautiful energy, right? Then on Sunday, we have, I hope I'm saying this right, the Hierophant. Let me know if you know, because I always tell you, tarot is not my specialty. I just read the guidebook. Okay. Ooh, I love this for Sunday. You are working with a teacher, mentor, or guiding authority. Hello, Mother. You will expand your knowledge and learn fundamental principles with a trusted source. So this could be getting advice from your mom on Sunday, listening to her wisdom. I know sometimes we like to think our parents don't have all the answers, and they don't, but they do usually have a lot more life experience than us. And so maybe this is your sign to ask your mom for advice on Sunday. Or oftentimes on Mother's Day, it makes us reflect on the other people in our lives who helped guide us or raise us along the way. And it could be a great time to check in with them too. And even if they're not your mother or even a female, just to send them a little note this weekend saying like, hey, thanks for shaping me into who I am. And you might get some great advice or great connection back with them. And if you're already working with a teacher, mentor, or guiding authority, this is your message to trust whatever is coming through that connection. Love this. Love this. Bailey says they are both fiery about her mom and grandma. They're both fiery and have intense energy. Yeah, that would be Taurus, Scorpio. They both carry a lot of weight in other people's energy. So I'm glad to know this for the weekend. Yes. So good that you're here, especially if you're celebrating with them on Sunday. Remember, Uranus squaring the Leo moon is in Taurus. So your Taurus grandma might be feeling some disruptions or some changes. And same with your Scorpio mom in the middle of this eclipse season on the Taurus-Scorpio axis. They're both probably going through some intense changes right now. And I think a lot of times, especially with women, we like to kind of conceal what's really going on with us. We don't want to burden other people. So just hold space for that. Know that even though they're much older and wiser than you, most likely, sometimes they need a little support too. I relate to both of them so well. My mom and I are like twin flames, but as I've gotten older, I've started to go further into what I believe in after my dreams than maybe she has and is comfortable with. My other grandma is a Taurus as well, and I'm so close to all of them. I love that. Taurus energy is such a beautiful mom energy. The moon is exalted in Taurus. It's very stable and comfortable. My partner's mom is a Taurus too, and she is great at just making the vibe feel really comfortable and safe for everybody. I love that. And, even though your mom's a Scorpio, she might learn a lot from you sharing your own realizations and beliefs as well. So, you could even just share a little tidbit about like the energy of the day and see how that lands with each of them. Love this. I love learning about your moms. Yes, all the love for the mamas. Mamas are the best. And women's bodies. So much to celebrate. Yes. Celebrate the birth that your mothers, that your grandmothers went through, the bodily transformation they underwent to bring you into this world, to bring your own mother into this world. Mother lineages are so, so, so powerful. And I really think that we can, I'm really happy that Mother's Day is this weekend after a very hard week for a lot of women, at least in the USA. I think it's a really great reminder, thank you, Court, to celebrate our bodies, to celebrate women, to celebrate the sacrifices and the beautiful ability to create. Yes, yes, yes to all of that. Oh my goodness, you guys. I don't know what this, is this supposed to be the bowl for your mom? Thank you, Bailey. Okay, someone named Mo is in the chat. My dog's named Mo, so you know I'm going to come right to you. I have a Libra mom, Leo maternal grandma, and Pisces paternal grandma. Love that. Libra mom, yes, probably very much about making sure everybody is doing well, keeping the peace, keeping the balance. Leo maternal grandma, the moon is going to be in Leo this weekend, so she's going to be feeling herself a little bit this weekend. We love to see that. And then Pisces paternal grandma, Mars is in Pisces. We talked about those Mars connections, so she might be feeling a little bit more active this weekend. I love hearing about all of your moms. It makes me so happy. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad you found us too. I'm so happy you're here, especially since your name is Mo. I mean, we love Mo's over here. See, Momo, he's right outside the door right now. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for our weekend astrology forecast for Mother's Day. Again, if you're just joining us live, this video will live on YouTube now. You can go through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, get the guidance you need for whatever day you are looking for. And I'm wishing you a great weekend as well. I hope you take some time to celebrate your mother, celebrate the powerful women who shaped you into who you are, regardless of what your relationship of your mom looks like. And also, the last thing I want to say, celebrate your ability to mother yourself today under the Cancer moon. Celebrate that maternal, feminine energy we all have within us to take care of ourselves and to honor our bodies, okay? I love you all. I'm so grateful you showed up for yourself today. I'm so grateful you showed up for this growing community today. Makes me so happy to start my weekends like this with all of you. If you found this video helpful, please go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can finally monetize this channel and keep these videos coming to you for free every single day. I will be back Monday morning getting ready for us to talk about Mercury retrograde next week. Have some offers brewing that I'll be announcing, and I can't wait to see you all on Monday morning. Happy Mother's Day to all. Yes, great note to end on. All right, happy Mother's Day to the mamas out there. I'll see you on Monday, but until then, stay curious. Thank you so much for joining us and aligning with the energy of the universe today. If you enjoyed this morning's episode of Transits Today, you can join our live astrology discussion every weekday morning right here wherever you're watching. And head to thespiritualjournalist.com to read your daily astrology forecast and browse the Spiritual Shop. The most fun way to help keep these forecasts free and support more content like this is to buy yourself a little something on our website. But if you're feeling extra generous, you can also buy me a coffee to fuel future live streams. Just tap the link in the description or head to buymeacoffee.com and search The Spiritual Journalist. And speaking of, you can also tune in to The Spiritual Journalist, our weekly live interview where we ask our guests questions about everything from crystals and manifestation to mental health and the environment. Those conversations stream live right here wherever you're watching now every Tuesday. I'm so grateful you found us here, and I can't wait for our next conversation.